box here so I can see. Good morning, everybody. If you don't know, I'm looking at TikTok and Instagram, okay? We do this every Monday and Friday. We get the Tarotscope for the week. On Mondays, we go Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, we go Friday through Sunday, okay? Good morning, good morning. You guys are so kind. Thank you. Yeah, you made it from the start. Good. My weekend was awesome, you guys. I didn't do a whole lot on Friday because I was getting everything ready for the tarot workshop that I had on Saturday. So I went to bed early. I knew I was going to have a long day on Saturday because I was doing the tarot workshop, and then I was going to go with friends to go watch a friend of mine's band play, and we're all just going to have friend time. So yeah, Saturday did the tarot workshop. It was great. Went out with friends to go have some good food and listen to live music. That was great. Yesterday was a pretty chill day. I ran my son to graduation parties and stuff like that, and it was just fun. So yeah, I had a great weekend. Thank you for asking. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so like I said, if you're new here, we do this every Monday and Friday. We look at the energy coming up for the week ahead. That way we can use it to our advantage, okay? If you are brand new here and you don't know who I am, my name is Erica. I am a certified life and relationship coach, tarot reader, Reiki master, numerologist, and I have certifications in positive psychology, metaphysics, all the things. And I just finished my self-paced tarot module. It just went fully live this weekend. It's done. I might add a little bit to it here and there, but as far as its completion, it's done. 82 lessons, you guys. 82 lessons. That was insane. I didn't realize there were that many as I was building it, but yeah, 82 lessons to take you from beginner to reader, and so I'm pretty proud of it. Lots of people have already gotten in, started learning tarot. It's great. Good morning, good morning. Oh, thank you. This is new. I got this weekend on Saturday when I went down to go see friends. We were in Burleson, and we popped in a little boutique, and I found this little kimono type thing. I've been wanting one of these just to drape over anything, and I was like, oh, this is pretty. So thank you. I got it this weekend. Okay, let's balance our heart chakra, okay? We're going to use the Big Mama bowl. This is attuned to the frequency of your heart chakra. And so all you do is you listen to the vibration, just breathe and relax. Like, how do you ever take a few seconds to yourself? Probably not, right? So let's do that right now. If you can, put your feet flat on the floor. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, everything. Just breathe. And just take this moment to yourself, okay? It only lasts a few seconds, and then we're going to get into the reading, all right? Here we go. Just breathe. Now let's collectively take one super deep breath in and expand your lungs. Pick up all the heaviness, all the anxiety, all the fear, and just blow it out. And we just get rid of it, just like that. Okay? You do that as many times as you need throughout the day. All right, first we're going to get our fairy blessing, and then y'all are going to pick the deck that I use for the weekend reading, okay? So let's see. What do we need to know? What is our fairy blessing for this week? What is our fairy blessing for this week? A blessing of fairy magic, number 33. We get this quite often, don't we? The blessing of fairy magic is about seeing the magic in everything, setting your intentions and putting it out to the universe, letting the universe know exactly what it is that you want, but also seeing how you are doing little magical movements or spells or whatever throughout the day, okay? Your thoughts are magical, your actions, your emotions, it's all magical because it's releasing energy out into the universe and it's telling the universe what you want, right? So this week, you have the opportunity to heal something within you, but also to really communicate with your spirit guides and with the divine what it is that you want. We have a lot of fresh energy, a lot of moving energy happening this week. And I know I say that often, but this past month or so, I mean, it's just like bam, 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 bam. So much moving, okay? Let me check, make sure I'm not missing anything. Love the bowl, good. Okay, so I want to make sure. All right, so y'all pick the deck. Light Seers Tarot, deck 1, or the Kipper deck, deck 2. Vote in the comments, and please only vote once, okay? Deck 1 or deck 2. Deck 1 or deck 2. 2 is getting it so far. Wow, okay. 1s are starting to come in on Instagram. Yeah, just vote once. Deck 1, deck 2. And y'all help me keep count of who's winning on Instagram and TikTok. Interesting. We normally don't get so many votes for the Kipper deck, but I'm liking this. It's kind of mixed on TikTok. Okay. Let's see. There's 8 2s on TikTok. Okay. Yeah, I think 2s won it, you guys. Let's use it. We haven't done a full reading with the Kipper deck in a while. And I think on Fridays, we're going to use the book. So Mondays, we'll use a tarot deck of y'all's choice. And then Fridays, we'll use the book. Because I love demonstrating how to use the book. And it's an amazing tool to be able to use for your daily readings, okay? Let's see. What do we need to know for this week? Like I said, I'm going to pull cards for Monday through Thursday. Ooh, we got courtship popping up. And poverty. Ooh, somebody is wanting a relationship really badly. But poverty, probably a lack mindset. And we don't want that, right? If you have anything with a lack mindset, you're not going to get it. You've been waiting for this deck? Okay. Let's see. All right. So for today, we have, God, you guys, how many times have we gotten this card? Community, okay? Hey, please don't spam my comments on TikTok, you guys. If I'm not answering your question, it's because you're asking for a reading, and I'm not doing personal readings, okay? It's extremely rude to pop in on somebody's live and just expect them to perform for you. Stop, or I'll have to block you. Thank you. My God. I don't like to be rude like that, but fuck, man. It's so annoying when people do that. That's not what tarot is. Go somewhere else and they'll tell you some bullshit. Anyways, we have community here, okay? Community is about your people. Like your tribe is your vibe. Your ancestors are here to help you. Your spirit guides, everybody is here to help you. So today is about community, which is perfect because it's Memorial Day. A lot of people are getting together to honor our troops, our fallen soldiers, things like that. So we want to hold those that we love close, and we want to just engulf ourselves in that community energy of, okay, let me be surrounded by good people. Let me be surrounded by the people that are, supportive, or I'm learning from, or maybe they're learning from me. You know what I'm saying? We want to look at our community and see who we're spending the most time with, because that's what's going to be our trajectory, okay? Let's look at Tuesday. Tuesday is pathway. Let's first, hang on. Let me do the numerology. Almost forgot. So we have number 39, okay? 3 is communication, expression, creativity. 9 is things coming to fruition or higher wisdom. So it can go either way. It's like, okay, who do I need to like kind of distance myself from that's in my community that's not really, they're kind of like a wet blanket of sorts, and you know what I'm talking about. And then who in my community can I learn from? Who can I really like partner up with to like help support each other in our growth? Okay. So then tomorrow for Tuesday, we have number 35. So 3 is a theme because we also have it here in this card, number 33. So 35, the pathway. This is about a pathway opening up for you, and you're going to go through twists and turns, okay? But it looks like you're going to have some movement towards whatever it is you're trying to obtain. You see the butterflies? The butterflies are all about transformation and growth, okay? Hold on, you guys. Okay, there we go. Anyways, I had to mute that one. So when we look at 3 again is expression and creation. 5 is change. So you're going to go through twists and turns along your path, but you are focusing on this final destination, right? So when we add those together, it becomes 8. 8 is karmic energy. It is prosperity energy. So whenever we are looking at the path ahead, when we are focusing, like putting our blinders on and focusing on what it is that we want to achieve or experience, then we get into that karmic energy, that positive karmic energy. Because a lot of people like to scare you with karma. Karma is just energy. It's not bad or good. It just is. Does that make sense? So on Tuesday, you're probably going to experience more movement, like a nudge forward. You might be feeling like you're pulled in some direction, and make sure it aligns with you. If it does, go for it. If not, leave it. Yeah, so live is sort of our community, and we have even more in the collective. If y'all aren't in the collective or in the tribe, I highly recommend that. Okay, so let's look at Wednesday. Ooh, Wednesday we have unexpected income. It's number 27. So when we see unexpected income, that means you might get a refund of sorts, you might get a raise, you might find some money somewhere. I found money in some pockets when I was doing laundry. I accidentally washed it, and I was like, oh, that's a nice little bonus that I forgot was in my pocket. I found some cash, and that happens to me often. Like if I'm switching purses, I'll find money. Like one time I found like $100, and then another time I found like I think a $50 bill, and I was like, well, shit, okay. So on Wednesday, you might have some unexpected income. Again, you might get that job, you might get that raise, you might get a rebate. Like I got a thing from Facebook. It was some class action thing that they were going through. I got like $37. But I was like, hey, free money, right? It is what it is. So when we see 2 is all about making decisions and being in balance. 7 is that spiritual connection, right? And then we bring it to 9. Again, what is 9? 9 is things coming to completion, things coming to fruition, and higher wisdom. Okay, so this is you connecting to your balance, your internal like sovereignty, right? You're just going like this. You're going with the flow. And remember how I tell you all the time, when you're going with the flow, then things just happen. Things just align. Did you remind yourself that you were lucky? Remind yourself every day, I am so freaking lucky. I'm the luckiest person in the world. And say that, because I don't know if I think this happened on Saturday. I was bringing my crystals inside from outside because I wasn't able to put them outside. I guess I burned myself. I wasn't able to put them outside because it rained on the full moon, so I put them out the next night. So I was bringing them in, and this one slid off into the gravel. That's my little back patio area. And I was like, oh man, like how am I going to find this in the gravel? I don't even know where it went. I heard it go dink, it hit the sofa that I have out there. And so I was like, okay. I went inside, I brought the rest of my crystals inside. I took a sip of my moon water and I said, my name is Erica, and I am the luckiest girl in the world. I went back outside, and I'm not kidding you guys. I had already looked for this crystal. I went outside, I went right to it, found it right away. And I was like, holy crap, that worked immediately. So you can try that. Let's see. You've been stagnant because of this energy. That's all right. You can start moving. Little bits of movement are movement. Doesn't have to be huge. It's crazy. Just yesterday I got asked to be in a board of directors in an up-and-coming local club. Good for you. Let's see. You do. You're the luckiest person you've met, and you claim it. Good for you. I love that. I love it. Okay, so let's get Thursday's energy. Thursday we have despair, okay? Don't be afraid. Life goes like this, right? So there's some sort of change that happens on Thursday. Now, when I see despair, to me, that makes me think of like there's some sort of decision that you have to make, okay? That's what it's making me think. So it's like there's a decision that you have to make to let go of something, to leave something, to like there's some sort of change that happens and you're like, oh man, like I don't like that, you know, but life goes through cycles. Life goes through ups and downs. And so it really feels like to me there's a decision that has to be made, especially because it's number 32. There's that 3 again, okay? So there's some sort of conversation that has to happen. There's something here that has to happen because there's a decision that needs to be made and it's going to cause a change. Now, a change could very well be like you are being pulled in this positive direction, but you have to leave something else behind. Does that make sense? Because we can't do all the things all the time, right? So when we have to make a decision, it's like, golly, you know, that sucks, but I need to do this in order to go here. You know, is that ringing true or making sense to y'all? Am I making that make sense? I had a selenite 1 that split in 2 double. Oh, wow. Normally they split or break when they've got an energy surge or they're done, like they're full. But do y'all see how we have to make those decisions throughout life? And we're like, ah, man, I know I need to go here. I know I need to do this, but I'm going to have to leave this. My band owner, he always jokes now that I'm going to have to quit the band because of all these new things happening in my life. And I'm like, don't say that, because the band, you know, being a singer is my creative outlet. That's where I go have fun and just, you know, it balances out my serious work life with fun, you know? And so now that he knows that I'm being asked to be a speaker at events and wrote a book and doing all these things, he's like, oh, you're gonna get so big, you're going to wind up having to leave the band. And I mean, let's say if that does happen, you know, that's one of those decisions where it's going to be hard. It's going to like hurt my heart because I love the guys that I play with. I love singing and performing, but it might be that, hey, I'm going to have to go this way. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what's going to happen in life. Look, we have child underneath. So when we think about the child, remember, the child can be your inner child. It can be maybe you're having an issue with one of your children this week. It could be that you want to connect with your inner child and ask it, like, what is it that you've always wanted? What is it that how can I make you feel safe? What decision do I need to make in order to get us where we feel like we're free? Make sense? So all in all, really good energy. It's just on Thursday, there's I feel like there's a decision that has to be made, and you're like, like I don't want to have to do this, but it is for the greater good type of energy, okay? He sees it coming, you're outgrowing some things. I've thought about that. I'm like, he's being a prophet right now. But I didn't tell him that, and I was just like, don't say that. But eventually, I mean, I'm not going to be in a band for the rest of my life. You know, this is something that I wanted to accomplish because I had major stage fright. I always wanted to be able to sing because I love singing. But yeah, we do eventually outgrow things, you know. at a certain point in time. So yeah, makes complete sense. Good, good, good. Good evening, Tracy. Okay, so let's get some oracle, find out some more. Nope, I gotta shuffle these, I forgot. It's very interesting how many 3s and 9s we have here. So there's a lot of creative expression happening this week. A lot of things coming to fruition. It's like an aha moment where you're like, oh, you know, it's kind of like you get a divine download of like an idea. You're like, what about this? You're like, ooh, ooh, okay, I need to go this way. And so you have to start making different decisions. And maybe on Thursday, you're just tired. You know, you're just like, I need a break. I'm burning myself out with all this energy. So just take a break. Take a nap if you need to. If you need to take a day off, take a day off. Okay? Because then you just look exhausted. And it could be that you come across somebody who needs your help. And you know what I say about helping people? If you can help them up, right? Instead of you going down, you help them up. If you need to loan them money, do not give them more money than you can afford to lose, right? Because we're giving, we're sharing, we're like sharing the wealth. So, yeah, you very well could come across somebody that needs your help and you can help them. Just always make sure you're helping them up and you're not bringing yourself down because that's not going to help anybody. Thank you for all the gifts and everything. All right, what else do we need to know? Because I do feel like with the blessing of fairy magic, there is something being healed this week. Something from within being healed because number 33 is the master healer and it brings it down to 6, okay? 6 is all about that nurturing, loving, healing type of energies, things coming into balance, okay? Oh, or things coming to life. There you go. Number 29, there's that 9 again. So 29 and 3, 2s, 9s, and 3s are popular in this reading. So let's read what this wants to tell us. And if you're just joining, welcome. We do this Tarotscope every Monday and Friday. If you're wanting to learn tarot, I just released my Tarot Apprenticeship self-paced module. It's amazing. Like I said, 82 lessons. Golly, no wonder why it took me so long. It was a lot of editing. Okay, look, coming to life. So number 29 also comes down to master number 11, right? 11 is the philosopher. It's like we got to think about things on a deeper level. So it says something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Right? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. Ain't that the freaking truth? Like, I'm so impatient. I know this about myself, but I have to practice patience often. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you can possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be Remember contours, like I said, twists and turns of your path. I lost my place. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. Isn't that freaking exciting? There was one part I wanted to say something about. Oh, yeah. So Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you can possibly imagine. That's the thing. You always want to have an idea. This piece of hair is driving me crazy. You always want to have an idea of what it is that you want to experience, right? But don't pigeonhole yourself. Don't box yourself in. Let the universe put in your order, right? Put in your order and let the universe bring you that or something better. Okay? This or something better. Always leave the door open for something better, because if you pigeonhole yourself, if you bring it to a low degree, because that's all that you can comprehend, then you're selling yourself short. Okay? We can only imagine or picture so much when it comes to envisioning things for ourselves. So this is why it's really important to leave that wide open. This or something better, okay? Because it's just, like, for example, I could have never imagined when I was manifesting my social media platform in, like, 2019? I wanted to be able to get on live and talk to y'all, okay? And I didn't specify which platform, and I didn't specify how many people I was going to be talking to. And I left it just wide open because I didn't know anything about TikTok, right? I hadn't heard about TikTok yet. My kids knew. They were saying stuff about it, and they kept saying more and more about TikTok. That was the divine talking to me. Like, TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. And so I finally got on TikTok because I was like, what is this? Let me check it out, see what my kids are on. And I got on it, started posting consistently, and boom, my account blew up. Never could I have imagined that, number one, it would have been so easy, and number two, that I would have gotten to 300,000 followers. My brain can't comprehend that still. But it's here. It's happening. So this is why it's important for us to leave things open to the universe to bring us that flood of abundance, because we can't comprehend the amount that is available to us. Does that make sense? Oh, look, we have that happy family that came out in reverse. Let's read what that says, because I have never pulled that card. I feel like there's another one that used to come out of here too, but hang on. This is probably something that's holding you back. When the happy family card is reversed, it indicates a separation or emotional distance from a family member or close friends. This disconnect may be from your family of origin, such as your parents or siblings, or it may be that something is standing between you and your present family members, whether it be your children or your spouse. There could be some hostilities that need to be worked out, or perhaps some fences that need to be mended. Communication and patience may be called for here, so let your intuition be your guide. Remember, real healing starts when you choose to become your own loving parent, sibling, spouse, friend, or child. The lesson in every relationship is self-honoring, and sometimes the karma is just to let go, okay? Which makes a lot of sense why we have despair, and then we have the child underneath here, okay? So it could be that you're dealing with a child, something from your childhood, and that could be something that's a block for you in this feeling of like connection and opening yourself up and your awakening journey, okay? I see that a lot in my sessions with clients. Oh, you're welcome. If I can shuffle. Oh, you got that for yourself yesterday. Upright. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I've never pulled that one, so it's very interesting. What else do we need to know this week? There's that hostilities. That's very interesting because I just saw that somewhere else, I thought. I don't know. So there is something here that you might have to deal with because it's 2 and 6, okay, number 26. So there is some sort of decision that has to be made in order to fix the situation, because I feel like this is something that's going to happen on Thursday, okay? There might be some hostilities in the family. There might be, like, maybe there's some sort of conflict going on from the past, or it's like you're moving, changing, shifting, and the people closest to you don't like it, right? Remember, we talk about this all the time. We're like, oh, you know, who do you think you are? You think you're better than us? Or all of a sudden you're changing? You're crazy. I mean, look, I've gotten so many things said about me. I got into a terrible fight with my best friend over 20 years on our cruise 2 weeks ago. Oh, man. It resonates? Okay. Yeah, that's tough when you lose friends and, people that you thought were supposed to be, ones that have your back or they're in your corner, and it just does not happen. So there might be, on Thursday, it seems as though there's going to be some sort of conversation or decision that needs to be made. And you're the one that gets to decide, okay, am I going to go back this way or am I going to choose to move forward? And it takes both parties to want to heal the situation, but if they don't, then you have to move away from it. You have to just step away, okay? I can't seem to figure out what that block is, and I keep asking my angels for help, but I still don't know. Okay, you might be a little bit overthinking it, but the block is maybe a habit. Maybe some sort of self-sabotage, self-deprecating habit that you have. Maybe a thought. Maybe I was talking to my oldest son about this the other day because he came in and we talk about everything, and he comes to me for advice and stuff. And so he's wanting to start a new business, and he told me the other day, he goes, I know I haven't started it because I'm afraid. And I said, yeah, I get that. I said, but you have to just start. You have to just do it, right? So there's so many things that we keep ourselves from because of fear, because we don't know who is that other person. This person that you envision all the time that you are, right, in this vision, but to actually live that energy, you're like, I don't know what that feels like. I can't predict what that, like, am I really supposed to step into this energy? And so we do things to self-sabotage, right? Because, like, for instance, getting asked to be a speaker at a big spiritual retreat, I was like, oh, holy crap. Like, okay, here we go. This is the new avenue that I'm going down, right? I teach tarot all the time to y'all and to my students, but it's like going into this new avenue of being a presenter, being a speaker, hosting workshops and all that stuff. When I published my book, I was like, okay, well, now I'm officially an author. Like, I'm seeing what that feels like. So you have to just go for the things that you feel really drawn to. Maybe they scare you a little bit, but you're going to have to ease into that new life, into that new persona, or you're forever going to stay the same. Okay? Give yourself the opportunity to see what it feels like, because you've never gotten to feel what abundance feels like. You've never gotten to feel what true love feels like. So you tell the universe, I want to feel what this feels like. I want to feel what it feels like to be in a loving and harmonious relationship. Show me. I want to feel what it's like to be abundant and financially secure. Show me. I want to feel what it feels like to be healthy and in shape. Show me. And then you take that divinely inspired action when it comes up. So I hope that helps. Thank you. You were told to get off your high horse. they will do that. They don't like it at all. Some, I'm not saying all of them, but yeah, the toxic ones, they just do not like it, because you're expanding your mind, you're waking up, you're seeing things differently, and they're like, oh no, you're crazy. Like, oh, you're woo-woo now, or whatever it is. Yeah. Just don't listen to it. It's all just fear. Why do parents not understand the spiritual woo-woo? Because they were growing up a different way. They grew up in religion. They grew up in a more like traditional, you live in this box, you have to do this to be accepted by society. It's just those neurotransmitters, neural pathways that have been just programmed, and it's like they dig this deeper and deeper and deeper trench that they can't really see the way out of. And so they just stay there. Because think about it, like, you know the story about the cave where the people were stuck in the cave, and they didn't have any light or anything, but all of a sudden they had fire and they could see shadows. And they were too afraid to figure out where the shadows were coming from. So they were thinking the shadows were like other beings that were in the cave with them. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, like, if you were in a cave and you stayed in the cave, kind of like The Croods. Have y'all seen that movie? So if you stay in the cave and you never experience anything outside of the cave, you're going to be very afraid of everything out there, right? Because you don't know. It's a whole different world. So it's the same thing with like things like religion and old traditional ways of thinking and doing. You're in this cave. This is all you know. This is all you've ever experienced. And so to come out and experience this whole wide world can be extremely scary to them because they've lived the majority of their life in that cave. Okay, does that make sense? Great analogy. Good. I'm glad that helped. Okay. What else do we need to know? And when it comes to people that don't understand you, it is not your job to make them understand you. It is your job to live your life and to live your truth to the highest ability. Okay? Ooh, look. The wishing tree. My wishes grow like a big tree. And there's that number 2 again. Show Instagram. Again, it says, my wishes grow like a big tree. So think about that. What we were just talking about, not limiting yourself. You know, you put your wishes in and you let it grow. Like you set your affirmations, you put your order in, you tell the universe what it is that you want, and you let it grow. And you have no idea how big and magnificent this tree is going to grow. It could be like one of the redwoods, you know, in California. It's like massive, right? But if you just expect it to be this little sprout, it's going to stay this little tree forever. Or if you plant trees that are, you know, that you only know of, it's just going to be this big, then that's all you're going to get, right? It grows in the size of like the container that it's in. So do like animals, like sharks. They only grow to the size of the tank that they're in, that kind of thing. So it's like when you give it room to expand, then you can experience exponential growth, like insane growth. Oops, I'm sorry it's hiding your comments. I don't know why it does that. So annoying. Just planted sunflower seeds. Can't wait to see them. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. Yes, yes, yes. See, y'all are so smart. Okay, let's get some from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Whoop. Look at that. Peace. Number 28. I'm telling you, 2s and 3s are the name of the game here, okay? So remember how I said it is not your job to make anybody see your way. It is not your job to make them understand you. It is your job to live your life. That's where you find peace, okay? The only way you're going to find peace is when you're happy with yourself. When you're trying to live somebody else's rules or somebody else's vision of how life should be, you're going to be miserable, right? Because your higher self is like, God, this is not where we're supposed to be. Like, what are you doing? You know, so when you find your own peace, when you build your own bubble, when you connect and when you are centered, that's when you just like things just start flowing and you just know things and things just happen, okay? So if you're having some issues with family this week, especially on Thursday, you come from a place of sovereignty. You come from a place of, okay, can this be repaired? Or is this just a lost cause and I'm going to have to separate myself from it because I can't continuously go through this cycle over and over and over again, okay? Every situation is going to be different. Now, it doesn't have to be family. Again, it could be a friend, you know, coworker, anybody that you're really close with. My right eye keeps twitching. It's weird. It's like it's waving at y'all. All right, what else? Universal Mother, 18. And it comes down to 9, right? You know, I've had this deck for a couple of years, at least 2 or 3 years, and I've never pulled this card. Let's see what it says, because I feel like it has a great message for us. That's interesting. Never pulled that card. Okay. The Universal Mother is the divine feminine energy that runs through and around planet Earth. It does not matter whether you are male or female, you can always embody her nurturing, kind, gentle, playful, and warm energy, which makes you feel safe, cherished, and connected. The Universal Mother brings balance to a world that has been tilted to favor the male-dominated energies of power, control, and profit. While you do need to appreciate masculine qualities such as confidence and independence, the new world requires a more feminine focus. Oh yeah, we're definitely going through a feminine revolution for sure. Overlooked qualities once thought to be negative and weak, such as tenderness, understanding, and sensitivity, are becoming increasingly important. The Universal Mother teaches you to trust your intuition and shows you how to be kinder to and less judgmental of others. The Universal Mother card is a reminder that your loving energy helps the people in your life feel treasured and valued. It is an affirmation that your sweet nature is much appreciated, even though it might not feel like it sometimes. Your presence encourages people to feel happy and lighthearted and ensures they don't take life too seriously. By accepting and expressing your softer, more feminine side, you bring compassion, empathy, and sweetness to a world that sorely needs it. If you have been feeling unloved or unappreciated, ask the Universal Mother to give you support and encouragement. Feel her gentle power refresh your spirits. Repeat this affirmation: I am safe. I am cherished. I am loved. I love that. Because we're sitting here talking about dealing with hostilities from people that are close with us, right? And so if we're having to deal with some sort of conflict here, we come to it, we approach it with that feminine energy, okay? With that energy of, okay, can this be healed? Let me stand in my power and let me feel the situation out. Let me tap into my intuition and let's see, can this situation be healed? Or it could be you're hurt by somebody that you feel close to and you don't feel appreciated, right? It's like you're, I don't know, kind of like constantly overlooked. And so you connect to that divine mother energy, that universal feminine energy, and you connect to that natural femininity to bring you that nurturing. So like, let's say you go outside, put your feet on the ground, and you just connect to Mother Gaia, and you realize that just because that person doesn't see you doesn't mean that the divine doesn't see you, doesn't mean that other people don't see you and appreciate you. People don't always express their appreciation or their admiration or their respect or their support, okay? You're not going to see that. You're mostly going to hear from negativity. Negativity is so loud, okay? But I have a lot of people that come to me and they're like, oh, I've been watching your videos. I don't comment or anything, but thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's been years that they've been watching me and I never knew. Even family members have told me this. Like, they don't comment, they don't like all my stuff, but then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I love all your videos, and I pass them along to my friends and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I had no idea. So just understand that just because one person or maybe a couple of people are just flapping their gums in their negativity does not mean that there's not 10 people that are sitting there appreciating who you are just as you are. I hope that resonates and makes sense. Why is negativity louder? Just because people are more comfortable in their negativity. People are very egoic and they think that if they give you a compliment, it's going to feed your ego. and they're not going to do that. You know, and so people love to bring people down. It's the crab bucket method. So let's say I'll explain it to those of you who are new. So there you have a bucket, and if there's one crab in the bucket, the crab will crawl out and free themselves, okay? If you have multiple crab in a bucket, if one starts to try to crawl out, the others will pull it down because they don't want it escaping. They don't want it leaving. Maybe they think they're trying to keep it safe. So it's the same thing with people. If you're elevating and they see you appear, they're much more likely to be that crab in the bucket to pull you down because they feel like, you know, you could get a big head. You're this and that, right? And it scares them because it's triggering something within them. So they have to knock you down to where they feel comfortable. And people that love to give compliments are at a higher vibration because they love to see other people just lift up when you give them compliments. So yeah, it's sad that we're more likely to speak something negative than positive, but hopefully that is shifting. So let's say, for instance, I published my book, right? And I get so many messages and comments that people got my book and they love it. But let me tell you, I have maybe 16 reviews on Amazon. They're all 5-star reviews, which I'm extremely grateful for. But out of almost 300 books sold, only 16 go and leave a review. That's just how people are, you know? But if somebody hated it, man, that'd be the first thing that they did. Does that make sense? So it's just, yeah, it's really hard to get positivity out of people because we live in such a negative world and people are unhappy. But I feel like this feminine revolution is helping people break out of that, helping people to wake up to see how we're being just inundated with negativity all the time. This is why I do these sessions every Monday and Friday, because I want you to ignore all that negativity and take your power back and start making your own decisions and start seeing your own light so then you can help others see theirs. Okay? I hope that answers your question. Yeah, most people do not like the lessons at all. They're not easy. Y'all are very kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's just so crazy to me, and I've always struggled to understand this. Yeah, because I've always been in my love and light and positivity, even when I'm in a dark place. Yeah, I know. It is hard to understand why people want to be so negative. Like, I don't get it either. Like, I'm not one of those people that wakes up in a bad mood. I'm not like bouncing off the ceiling, but like, yeah, I don't understand, like, why would I want to be in a bad mood? Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't ever get in a bad mood, but it's not my intention to spread negativity. It's just gross. It feels yucky, you know? Let's see. Exactly. If you don't have the lessons, you don't learn to grow. Yep. Y'all are so smart. Yeah, it is dandelion root, cacao, and chicory root with cinnamon. That's what I drink. That's my coffee. I was giving myself time to use the book because I was yeah. Oh, you're all good, Elizabeth. You're all good. All good. Thank you. You guys, we got this again, but in a different deck. This is the third week, I want to say, that we've pulled an egg card. Okay? So this says fertility, new life emerging, the potential within, change is around the corner. Coming to life. Okay? We got the egg in, I believe, this deck last time. And then before we pulled this one as well. So, going into a new life is never easy. It's never without speed bumps. Okay, you're always going to experience something somewhere. And I mean, that's just how it is. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I've had people leave my life and then they wind up coming back when they see that I'm doing well. And I decide if I let them back in or not. I decide. They don't decide. Just because somebody comes back around does not mean I have to let them back in my life. No. Because people move in patterns. People are who they are, and they show you this all the time. And so when you finally start to believe what they're showing you, it's a great tool for you to be like, do I want this constantly in my life, or can I do without it? But I mean, I think also I swear to God, you guys, I have ADHD, because things like that, out of sight, out of mind. When somebody's not in my life, when they remove themselves or I distance myself from them, it's out of sight, out of mind. It doesn't affect me like it affects other people. But yeah, when they come, it never fails. They always come back around. And then that's when I have to really evaluate. Back in the day, I would have just like, oh my God, you're back, you know? But these days, hell no. I'm like, let me think about this. So, yeah. Same for you? Okay. Yeah, it's just a weird thing. It's not like I don't miss people, but I don't think about it. And life goes on, you know? Memories pop up now and then, and I'm just like, oh, yeah. And then I just move on. Yeah, I like that. Adjust your life without them, not your boundaries. Yes, yes, yes. I almost flipped that upside down. Ooh, spiny sister, take pride in yourself. Look at that. Take pride in yourself. That's the thing. We don't do, because we're afraid that somebody's going to call us egoic. We're afraid somebody's going to call us self-centered. We're afraid somebody's going to tell us to get off our high horse. But this is about you. I mean, you think about the little porcupine, right? That's their defense mechanism. They can lay them down or they can have them sticking up, right? And they've built this defense mechanism to keep themselves safe. Maybe that's their boundaries, right? And if you cross their boundaries, you get stuck. Oops, hang on. I resonate with that a lot. Yeah, it's like a different life. It's not actively present. Yeah, it is. It's you know, kind of like that science experiment, you know, where, I don't know why it's itching. Where if you're not observing something, if you're not perceiving something, it doesn't exist. It's not that it doesn't exist, but in the mind, it's kind of like puts it back wherever. It still exists, but you're not perceiving it. You're not interacting with it, so it doesn't materialize, you know? All right, this is the money deck. Let's see what our money message is for the week. I mean, we already got unexpected income on Wednesday, which is exciting. Recognition, look at that. There's 2 ways or 3 ways to resonate with this, okay? I love this card. So it says, your money is looking good and solid. Heck yeah, especially on Wednesday. Number 2, whatever you're working on now will win you the respect of others. Remember how I said, when you put your blinders on and you focus on your journey, your path, and you understand that there are going to be twists and turns, it's not going to be just a straight shot. But if you focus more on how can I bring that closer to me? How can I open myself up to let that come in a lot quicker and easier? Then you get there a lot faster. You don't have as many twists and turns. So instead of going, you know, like this, and then you're finally there, you kind of go like this, and then you're there. Okay? So I like that. Number 3, you could earn a leadership position or get the recognition you deserve. I mean, yeah. Okay? So let's say you got promoted at work and someone's upset about it. That might be something that happens on Thursday. You know, it's like you receive this big gift or whatever and somebody's jealous or whatever. They say something negative and you're like, wow, well, that just deflates me. But just understand, it's that whole crab in a bucket. Okay? They're just trying to bring you down to where they recognize the vibration. They don't want you up there because they can't recognize it. They don't know what to do with that. I hope that's making sense. You know what? Let's do this one and then we'll do the Rebel deck. This deck, one always slides out. Good, good, good. Let's see. Transformation number 26. I'm telling you, 2s, 9s, and 3s are a repeating theme this week. And a little bit of 6s as well. Okay? So let's read this one. I like this one because she has the butterfly. You see she has the butterfly on her chest. Right there. She's focused on her transformation. Okay, she's got the fingers pointing at her. It's just my transformation. It's all happening in the heart. But let's see. Number 26. Process, identity, seek answers. A woman is dressed in a red polka dot dress. The upper part has already begun the process of transforming into a butterfly. With her hand, she touches her chest. Is the butterfly a part of her body? Is it a symbol of her soul? Is the woman transforming into a new life? This card leaves us with more questions than answers. Maybe you will find answers by thinking about how you would respond to these questions. Am I the person I would like to be? What can I do right now to transform some small part of myself? Isn't that interesting? The cards know. You know, the cards always talk to each other. So we have this. And we have this. We have all these cards, and then we have like the wishing tree. We have all of these cards symbolizing something new, something transforming, an unexpected, like something unexpected is coming in, and it's going to be something positive, okay? Now, since this is a collective, it could be some unexpected income as far as like money, but it can also be some unexpected opportunity. It could be an unexpected person coming in. It's just be careful if it's a person because Thursday is despair. So if like a toxic person comes back around, you're probably going to regret it if you let them in. Just letting you know, because there's issues with family or friends, there's hostilities, and it's like if this can't be resolved, instead of just like sweeping it under the rug, or you know, they're expecting you just to accept them as they are, their toxicity. Okay? So there's so much change, so much evolution happening here. So many opportunities. It's telling you to keep your eye on the prize because you have the opportunity. We have master number 33 happening here. Okay? Blessing of fairy magic. So it's like you're getting lots of opportunities to move in certain directions this week, but you have to take control. You have to be the one that if somebody is upset about it, that's their problem. Okay? I had somebody upset with me last month, because I just spoke the truth. I spoke facts. It was a guy that used to be in our band, and he wound up getting fired because he wasn't doing a good job. He wasn't learning the material as he should, and he made a snide remark on Facebook, and I told him, I said, you know, I'm really disappointed in the fact that you brought this to Facebook. You're making this public comment, and blah, 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 and he got really mad because I called him out. I was like, the reason why you were let go is because you weren't improving. We were playing the same songs over and over again, and you're still making the same mistakes over and over again, even though you were spoken to about it, blah, blah, blah. And he was so offended that little old me said something to him. And he was like, well, you don't play an instrument, so you don't understand. I'm like, I'm a singer. I know what good music sounds like. You know, I'm not an idiot. And he was just trying to put me down because, number one, I'm a woman, and number two, I'm younger than him. And then he started talking about me and saying how people were talking about me behind my back. I said, let me tell you something. It wasn't true. I know it wasn't true. But I told him, I said, let me tell you something. What they say behind my back is none of my business. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Because I know who I am and I know what I'm working on. My life is moving in this direction. I don't care what people say behind my back that are just like this. It doesn't bother me. I don't give a shit. It's not anything new. People are always going to talk about you. Always. Okay? Sometimes it's going to be positive. Sometimes it's going to be negative. Doesn't matter. They're always going to be talking about you. Okay? If you're doing something with your life. My friend Jenny told me the other day, she goes, I was bragging on you so much the other day to, it was her cousin and her husband. She's like, because I'm just so happy and proud of how much you've been, doing and everything with your business and yourself. And I was like, wow, like people don't normally do that. And so when somebody speaks highly of you, like we take that, right? So yeah, you just have to get into a place of neutrality to where you're like, you know what? If you're one of the ones that's going to talk shit about me, that just tells me exactly where you are in life. See you later. My words are really standing out for you today. Good. I hope it helps. Exactly. The voice is the instrument. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I can't sit there and look at something and hit a key. I have to feel it here. I have to feel the note here. And I'm like, you play the bass, dude. You play 5 strings. And it's over and over, repetitive movement. And he constantly screwed up. And, he was with us for like a year and a half. And the band owner, he's so sweet. And he's like, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I want to at least let him know. I was like, yeah, he at least needs to know that there's a problem and whatever. But anywho, all in all, he wound up having to get fired. And he was bitter about it because he has a very big ego. And again, he's an older gentleman. And it sucked. I felt bad that he had to get fired, because he was always kind to me. But when he started making snarky remarks or whatever, I spoke up because I don't put up with that shit. You love to hear my songs? Oh, well, we're supposed to be doing a new promo video sometime soon, so I will let y'all know. So anyways, I hope this resonates for you. If you missed the entire reading, don't worry. Oh, I got to verify myself on TikTok. Hang on. If you missed the entire reading, don't worry. It is all on my YouTube. I will post it, and it takes about an hour or two to download from TikTok and then to upload to YouTube, so you can go watch it again. If you are looking to learn tarot, my tarot apprenticeship self-paced module just went fully live because it is now complete. And there are 82 lessons for you to go through. I walk you hand in hand through every lesson, all the way from beginner to reader, okay? Then after you do that, you can get into the tarot spread training. That's where you can get ongoing help and guidance from me, okay? So you have a library of videos of how to read different tarot spreads, and I do live Q&As. We just moved to the new platform, so I'll be doing a live Q&A soon for tarot. Yeah, we have our own chat, everything. So go check that out. But first and foremost, you want to get into the tarot apprenticeship because that's going to teach you every single thing that you need to learn tarot. Okay, it's not just going over the cards. Anybody can do that. Anybody can pick up a little booklet and look at the cards, but you need to know all of the intricacies that come with reading tarot. Okay, it's everything that I was taught and more. So I hope it helps you. Thank you. It feels so freaking good to have that deck. Not deck. I'm sorry, I read the Rebel deck. Yes, I'll do that right quick. Thank you for the reminder. It feels so good to have that module done because it was such a long process, but I wanted to make sure that I did it right. I could not put out something that would leave you with questions. If you're going to go through this on your own and not do my live classes, You need to have every bit of information covered and answered for you. Oh, you're very welcome. We're going to do a Rebel deck card right quick. This is the Sassy deck. I freaking love this deck. All right, let's see what we need to know. It says, fuck, shit is about to get real. And then it says, fuck, you need your people around you. Look at that. Community, you need your people, okay? This is why I created the collective. This is why I created the tribe, because when you're going through all of these changes and all of these shifts, you need your people with you. You need your support system with you, and typically it's not going to be the people that are closest to you. It sucks that it's that way, but yeah, when shit's about to get real, and this doesn't mean a negative shit's about to get real. It could be like, hey, you're going through this whole new amazing evolution, and you need your support system to help you not like self-sabotage, to help you not, you know, like negate it all or to run away from it because it's something new. You can't predict it. You know, we do that all the time. Like I said, my son wants to start this new business. He's gung-ho about it. But he's like, I'm scared. He goes, even though I know people do this all the time. And I'm like, yeah, anybody can open their business and be successful. You just have to start, you know? So it says shit's about to get real. You need your people around you. So whatever it is that you're going through, whatever transformations you're going through, find your tribe. I have our whole collective linked on my website. You have to scroll all the way to the bottom, or you can go to the menu, and it's the collective. But yeah, you get daily affirmations, all kinds of support. I was talking about, or we were talking about in the group that asked me to be a presenter in the Spirit Heart Cruise. We were talking about this in our meeting the other day. You know, we need a place to brag on ourselves. You know, normally we don't get to do that because we're afraid people are going to bring us down or whatever the case may be. So I love having the collective because you could go in there and you can brag about your wins. You could say, I accomplished this. I did this and this and that. And you're going to get all the support. Okay? That's what we need. Lots of good nuggets today. Good, good, good. So y'all have a wonderful week. Again, if you need anything, the link is in my bio. I'm happy to help whatever way I can, okay? I love you all. I will see you back here Friday morning, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll look at what's coming up for the weekend, okay? Elizabeth says, the group is beautiful if you decide to join. Oh, the tribe. Yeah, it's women. The tribe is women only. The collective can be men and women. She says, I feel safe and comfortable in your group. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. Love you, Mom. So y'all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you on Friday, okay?